Hey, sorry, just setting up here. It's been very busy night. I already recorded all the videos. They're already uploaded, but graphic artist was working on the thumbnails, and then I had to uh, change some things to appeal to the embargo. So I'm just gonna chill out for the next 20 minutes or so, and then I'll play the game for a little bit. But I can't be on too long because I have to be up in the afternoon to I have to have a psychiatrist appointment over the phone, and I cannot miss that call. So I got to make sure I'm up for that. But I will. I'll definitely stream again in the morning whenever I wake up, and we'll go do some more.
Select your character. Round one.
He sucks. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Yeah, I don't know why this game's not capturing. It's weird. I can always just play something else. I'm not in a. Yeah, I don't know why the recording source is not working. What's wrong with it? Was it like freezing? Let me try again. Let's see if that fixes it. Oh yeah, you're right. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Let me try to fix that. It's not really important. Dynasty Warriors works fine. I do wanna play this again at some point, so I'm trying to fix it now. I have no idea why it's not capturing. Well, I definitely don't feel like getting pissed off over this right now. Alright, I've got a way to fix this. Hold on. I know how I could fix this. Probably just need to restart XSplit, but I'm not gonna do that for this. Alright, give me a moment. I shouldn't have to do this, but it's freaking out. Let me see here. Oh, this is not working either. I think my XSplit's just fucked right now. Let's just play something else. Let's just play something else. I'm not dealing with that tonight. I've been slaving away at these videos for like 5 days now. I'm very exhausted. I do not feel like doing tech support stuff tonight, like at all. None. I have zero patience for that right now. So what can I do that takes 20 minutes? Because I can't show anything from the game until 3, and it's 2:40 right now. So gotta kill some time. Oh, I got an idea. Let's play this. Let's play this. I don't know why OpenBOR is not working, and I'll fix it later. It's far too late, and I'm far too mentally and physically exhausted to fight with technology tonight. It works or it doesn't. It's basically like Final Fight characters. Um, it's the same sprites, but there's a lot of animations. A lot of new animations that he added. Uh, it's going to be a full game. Right now, it's only one level. But there's supposed to be a demo with, I think, two or three more levels coming, and more characters. So it's a lot better than a lot of the other those beat 'em up fan games where they just have the same sprites, but like the gameplay sucks. The gameplay in Fight Forever is really good. It's definitely the best beat 'em up to come out last year because there were so many shitty beat 'em ups last year. Last year was terrible for beat 'em ups. It's one of the worst years. There were so many shit beat 'em ups last year. Insane amount of just terrible ones. I'm glad we finally got something good again. It's like, why is the fan game better than the professionally made ones? Like, those are garbage. A G.I. Joe, that Raw Thrills Ninja Turtles beat 'em up. The Night Slashers remake. All trash. Vengeance Hunters and the Double Dragon DLC and Fight Forever, that game I was just playing, were like the best beat 'em ups last year. Everything else was not worth playing. I saw somebody play G.I. Joe. It looked embarrassingly bad. It's like those people don't even know what makes beat 'em ups fun to play. They just made something that looks like a beat 'em up but doesn't play like one. Is Splintered Fate good? Yeah, I really like that game. I like that game more than Hades 2. I played that game a good 30, 40 hours. It's a good game. I definitely don't like some of the design choices, like the bosses just revolving around putting puddles on the ground. Kind of gets old really quick, but it is a good game. I just didn't care to do any really sweaty stuff in it because I didn't like in the hard mode, most of the bosses, they just make them put puddles on the ground, and like the whole game is melee focused. Not really such a thing as a ranged build in that game unless you get lucky, so making the bosses revolve around putting puddles on the ground just slows it down. I don't really understand why they designed it like that. Very random choice. Why can't you just, like, make their attacks different? Or change the order and they do them, or, like, make them faster. Don't just make them put stuff on the ground. I've played so many games like that. That's like their idea of difficulty. They're just gonna put a puddle on the ground. It's like, okay, well, I can't interact with the boss. It just turns into a stalemate. It's not interesting. Other than that, that game is really good, though. Hopefully better than it has any reason to be. It was actually one of the best games I played last year. Casey is supposed to be DLC, apparently. That game did way better than they thought. It, like, wasn't supposed to, I don't think they expected it to do as well as it did, because that game is an Apple Arcade port. It's not a brand new game. It's a port from Apple Arcade, but Apple Arcade is basically like when they put stuff on the Epic Game Store, like nobody buys it, but you know, the developer gets paid a fee to put it on there. And then they port it to platforms people actually use later. So I don't think they were expecting it to do well, but as soon as they got it off Apple Arcade, it did extremely well. I know it was like top 30 or something on Switch, on the North America Switch eShop. It placed like really high, so they're adding stuff to it that was not originally planned, because it did way better than expected. I'm like, yeah, well, you put it on a platform that people actually buy and play video games on. I mean, that doesn't happen with every Apple Arcade port. There's some like Air Twister. That game is also from Apple Arcade, and no one bought that game. But they got lucky. I definitely recommend it. It's a good game. There's so many shit roguelikes right now, too. It definitely stands out. It was an okay year for roguelikes. I feel like it, for me, was like this game I'm playing right now, Overrider, Otherworld Legends updates, Splintered Fate, and Entropy Effect were like the main ones. I didn't really care for Hades 2. I tried it, but I just prefer the other roguelikes I play. Hades 2 is definitely a good game, though. I just didn't vibe with it. Hades 2 is just grindy. I like a little bit of meta progression, but I don't like when it's like you need so much of it to even have fun playing the game. That was kind of the problem I had with Hades 2. The first game was like more balanced around like, okay, you can get all this crazy stuff, but you don't need it to beat the game. It really felt like in Hades 2 you have to do grinding. Obviously your skill can make it a little bit quicker, but they added that stupid mechanic where that chick comes out and makes you take like triple damage or something if you get too far ahead of the story. I thought that was really stupid. I like when roguelike has meta progression, but you know, you can still beat the game with nothing, or at the very least, like after like 1 or 2 deaths, you can clear the game with skill. I really hated that mechanic. It really turned me off it. It's their way of saying you're too good at the game, so we're gonna make it so you take like triple damage because you're getting ahead of the story triggers. I thought that was stupid design. She goes away eventually, but I'm like, I just don't think that's a good way to force people to grind. Like, if I'm able to get that far with skill level, and of course, it's a roguelike, so there's gonna be some luck involved. Like, just let me do it. Don't punish me for being good at the game. Like, that's just whack. I think Wizard of Legend is a perfect example. Like, you can beat that game the first time that you boot it up. All the extra stuff you get is nice, but it's not required. You don't need it. It's nice to have more options, but you're never once forced. You're never once forced to grind. Hades 2 is a product of, you know, they actually listen to their consumers. It's a good thing. I just didn't vibe with it. Splintered Fate was more like, yeah, there's lots of shit to grind for, but you don't need too much of it. The main thing in that game that prevents you from beating it the first time is only having 1 dash. But it only takes like 10 to 20 minutes to get it. I don't consider that to be that bad. That's fine. It's when it's like grind for like the ability to dodge at all, or like a double jump. I played that, what was that one game? Lootmancer? That game had the lamest skill tree. He had to grind to like double jump and parry. I'm like, why can't this guy just do that? the moment I start the game. Why do I have to grind for the berry? That's basically telling me, hey, you can't finish this the first time. You cannot finish this the first time. You have to grind. You want you on the game for longer. It's a hard thing to balance. Because the meta progression's supposed to be there to, like, make the game easier, but I don't like when these games are balanced around grinding. Because, I mean, these are basically just arcade games, right? They're just arcade games with random factors. That's why I like roguelikes. I know people are tired of them, but I'm a big arcade junkie. I spent many years in the arcade when I was younger. So I like short replayable games. I like long games too, but combat has to be on point. Otherwise I don't care. Entropy Effect, yeah, that's definitely one of the best games to come out last year. For me, anyway. What do I like more? What games are you asking me to compare? I don't understand. Which games? I don't quite follow. I don't really like either that much. I don't really like either. I only played the first two. I played the first two God of Wars and the, what was it? Ghost of Sparta, or whatever it was called. Or Chains of Olympus. I don't remember which one. The first one. I played that one. Those are the only God of War games I played. I only bought Ragnarok for the roguelike mode. I didn't want to play the story because it's just too much talking. They talk way too much in those games. I also just don't like Kratos as a character. I've always thought he was a douchebag. And I feel like he deserves everything bad that's happened to him. He didn't deserve... He didn't deserve, you know, Ares tricking him into killing his family, but then... everything else he does after that does not, you know, he doesn't deserve forgiveness. I always thought he was a shitty person. I think trying to humanize him personally didn't really vibe with me. Like, there's some things you just can't come back from. I mean, he destroyed, like, an entire nation. Like, I don't know, man. I think trying to redeem him, like, 20 years in is a little bit weird. Like, he's kind of just a toxic male. He always has been. Trying to change it. I think it's good that they're trying to humanize him. I just think that they did it way too late. He's done things you just can't come back from. The only reason he's coming back from is because everybody that would clap back at him for the terrible things he's done, he killed them all. Everybody who knows is dead. Isn't that what God of War 3 is? He just kills everybody who pissed him off. So there's no one left, and then, like, all the innocent people in Greece die because of him. I don't know, man. I really feel like they should have just rebooted it, to be honest. Especially because it, like, makes no sense how he even came back. Like, he just kind of goes into Norse mythology randomly. Like, I'm pretty sure he was dead. He looked dead to me. Oh well. The new God of War games seem to be a love it or hate it kind of thing. You either really like it, or you hate it. And there's a number of valid reasons to hate it. The first is what I just mentioned. That he's a terrible person. And he's one of those people that deserves the bad things that happen to him. The other is that, It's a lot more laid back. There aren't really any big set pieces. I think even people that like don't mind that they're trying to redeem an asshole character way too late. Um, there's definitely a lack in spectacle in the new ones. I don't think anybody can deny that. And it's mostly because of wanting to make it seamless with no load screens. Really limits what you can do with like set pieces and stuff. And also, there's a lot of talking and forced walking. The old God of War games were packed full of cutscenes too, but there were still less of them. That's pretty much why those games are divisive. I personally just don't care for when they like don't want to actually make a cutscene, and they just make you stare at characters looking at each other. I mean, granted, that's how we talk to people in real life, but when I'm playing a video game, I want it to at least have some kind of direction, right? That's one of the things that they fixed in Dynasty Warriors Origins. They fixed that, because Dynasty Warriors 9 was exactly like that, too. Dynasty Warriors 9 was exactly like that. Just characters standing around and talking. That's one of the things that they fixed. Like, they have actual camera work and direction, instead of people standing around and just having a bird's eye view of them. It makes the cutscenes a lot better to watch. It's an objective improvement from how it was in 9. There's just people yapping. I mean, it's already not interesting because it's the same story again that we've seen like 9 times up to that point, but then the direction of the cutscenes and the budget put into them was non-existent, so felt really bad watching those cutscenes. That's kind of how they do it in Yakuza games as well. We'll have like the photorealistic cutscenes, and then you go into a sub-story. As soon as you get out of the cutscene, and it's just people standing around. There's no voice acting. The Yakuza games are masters of doing that. Uneven production values. Got one cycled. Nice. Alright, let's get ready for the release. Some people thought the kid was annoying. I definitely thought he was annoying, but you know, they did get an actual kid to voice him, so I think that helped. But yeah, the God of War, the new God of War games they have like almost no visual spectacle. The character models look great, but it's a step back in terms of the set pieces, even from the original one, which was a PS2 game. And I think that's a valid complaint. You know, the PS2 game opens up with you on a boat, and you're fighting a Hydra, and the boat is like exploding and stuff. Like, it really sets a good first impression that you have an insane set piece like that in a PS2 game, and then you play Ragnarok, and there's nothing like that at all. Nothing. I think the decision to make it so that there's no load screens, and then also have the camera so close to his back all the time, really limits what you can do. It's a shame, really. I never really liked Kratos as a character. He's the most unlikable character in like a popular video game, but The set pieces were cool. If you could look past that, the set pieces were awesome, even on PS2 hardware. And the new games are kind of just like, there's none of that. There's barely any. You kind of just walk through flat areas. You can't jump anymore. Set pieces are like non-existent. It is what it is. It's making tons of money. They're doing something right. That's all I can say. I never was really big on God of War in the first place. Alright, the videos are up. So, here you guys go. There you guys go. Can you let me know if those videos are public? Go click on that really quick, please. Alright, looks like they're all up. There you go. How many hours of content is that? I'm counting right now. It's about 6 hours of content you guys have to watch. Alright, I'll play the game for a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. I will do an official morning stream whenever the hell I feel like it, because I've been working way too fucking hard on these videos. I hope they do well, but who knows. I don't have my mouth open in the thumbnail, so they probably won't do well. I don't have my mouth open in the thumbnail. There's no YouTube reaction face. Your mouth is open so big that you can stick a whole Costco hot dog in there. I'm not wanting to do that. I'm not wanting to do that, but I did want to put a little bit more production values in them, so I had my graphic artist make a really nice thumbnail. So go enjoy. I'm about 30 hours into the game. I've been playing since the 8th, so past 4 or 5 days I've been playing. I've been staying up like every night until like 5 a.m. to get these videos out, but then I found out that there's no possible way I could have gone through everything in 4 days. It wouldn't have been possible. Especially without anybody else to talk to that's playing the game. You know, this is all blind playthrough. Completely blind. No guidance, no walkthrough. They didn't give me any kinds of hints or anything. So, like, I'm glad I got as far as I did. I also found a hypothetical route, too. There's a video of that up. You guys want to watch that? Alright. I'll play for a short time and then I gotta go to bed. It's already 3 in the morning. We'll see how the videos do. Put my mouth open in the thumbnail and make another couple $1,000. I don't know. I wish. I got bills to pay, man. That'd be nice. Alright, so what's the best thing I should probably do right now is... Best thing to do right now is just rank up the weapons, I think. Because I tried to go to the hardest difficulty and ended up getting stuck because I don't do enough damage. Like this, all these right here give you stat boosts. I don't think there's any kind of like level scaling system in this game, so you can clear it, but the problem is if you're doing an actual map and not a skirmish, you're just taking too long to kill officers if you don't have damage. So that just means everybody else is going to die. Morale is really important in this game because they changed it so if your morale is high, you pretty much win the map. The AI will kill officers off screen. So you want your morale to be high, but if you're sitting there fighting the same generic officer for 2 minutes, then not much is going to happen. You're not going to make much progress. So you definitely have to build for damage in this game to do the hard content. I'll also show this as well. Difficulty do I have it on right now? Oh wait, this is the wrong save. Oh, it doesn't matter. There definitely are some hard levels. I actually uploaded the final fight for Wu. I uploaded that. You can go watch that. You want to see how insane it gets. Okay, so I'm going to explain how Ultimate Warrior works. When you play on Ultimate Warrior, there's a number of new things in here. There's a couple of things I saw, but I just haven't had enough time to do it. I just beat the game last night. So this right here is an ultimate weapon of some sort. This gives you ultimate twin pikes. That gives you an extra guard. There's some pretty nuts stuff in here, actually. Get 50k for that. So it's basically like old school Dynasty Warriors where there's like challenges, and if you complete the challenges you get rewards, but you can only get it on the final difficulty. And like I said, they become pretty tanky, so it's kind of weird because if you play well in this game, the officers can't hit you. If you parry and dodge well, they can't hit you, but because of the way that the morale works now, you need to be doing damage, otherwise it just doesn't matter. So, I mean, it's not really much different from old Dynasty Warriors games where, you know, there were like different objectives and stuff that you had to do, but it really came down to basically speedrunning the map. That's how it always was. That's how it always was in the old games. Like, yeah, you had to be in certain places at certain times, and you had to complete, you know, the objectives and stuff, but it always really came down to, you know, execution was one thing in the strategy, but then you also had to kill shit fast. That's pretty much how most of this is. Like, this right here tells you to beat 2 officers, but, like, yes, you can do it with skill. It'll probably take a few minutes, but everybody else is going to be dead by that time. I haven't quite cracked the code on how to balance the strategy aspect and then just killing shit quickly. But I guess I just need more damage. So here's how you get the halberd. The halberd is in the game. This is the Hulao Gate fight, where it's optional. It's optional to fight Lu Bu because the other officers hold him back. I actually did it on my first playthrough, but you got to do it here on the hardest difficulty, and that's how you get the halberd moveset, apparently. But like I said in my Discord, I seriously doubt that anybody did this without cheating. And like I said, I really don't think anybody who got a review key for this has the technical know-how to make a trainer. So Whoever gets that video up first, that video is probably going to do pretty well. I was not able to get it done in time, but there you go. Let me see here. There's ultimate staffs. Some coins, that's not too interesting. Ultimate chakram. I would recommend trying the demo. Try the demo. Although the full version does run better than the demo. So let's see what else there is here so I know what to aim for. Oh, you can save him too, huh? So you can save Sunsei. I didn't know that. You guys want to see this right now? I'll do this right now. Alright, we're gonna put it on easy. Saving Sun Jian was really hard. It's like very tight. It's very tight. I had like a couple seconds to spare on the easiest difficulty. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll try that right now. Let me go back to it. So I'm not really planning on being on too long today. Well, not now, anyway. The coins, you turn them into Pang Tong. Turn them into Pang Tong and he gives you stuff. Let's see if I can do this first try. Kinda doubt it. I don't remember this map. My problem with the gloves is that some of the R1s really suck. But that's just kind of the thing about this game. You gotta treat it like Nioh 2. You know how in Nioh 2 they had the secret moves and stuff? And they like completely changed how you played the weapon to the point where you never wanted to not have them. That's how this game works too. To a fault. Like the sword's pretty vanilla in the demo, but you get some pretty cool stuff in the full game.
敵の襲撃だ。一体どこが。ここだ。敵将撃ち取った。敵将撃ち取った。ここだ。敵将撃ち取った。これだ。集中。ここだ。これだ。これで敵の吸収は防げそうだ。解き放たん。けどここだ。先には森があるのだ。敵が隠れているとすればそこだな。今のうちに手元を立てておくか。敵将撃ち取った。
I don't expect anybody to watch all those videos right away. I said in my Discord, it's like a full work day of videos to watch. Put up like the entire original Star Wars trilogy worth of content. Watch it when you can.
どうにか切り抜けた。地の利は敵にあるのだったな。気を引き締めねば。仕掛けよう。これでしまいだ。弓兵構え。よく狙え。そこだ。なども狩り尽くせ。おっと。どうするよ。いいな。敵将敵にまとまりがない。これだ。この気は制圧した。思った以上に厄介だ。みんな無事であればいいが。国は立てるよりも休んじる方が難しい。忖度の踊りはそうなってしまう。兄上の覇気は良くも悪くも周囲に影響を与える。だからこそ我々がしっかりと支えなければ。これでいい。集中。ここだ。よく集中。危ない。ここだ。これでしまいだ。敵将撃ちと。矢の雨が止んだか。これで進軍も容易になるだろう。進軍を開始する。何もせず終わるわけにはいかん。同志たちよ、皆孫家の者を狙って軍を進めるのだ。撃ち取った。進軍開始だ。ここだ。君がきつよ。これでやはり君こそ敵将真の三国無双だ。
やはり彼らの心を得ねば敵は収まる。一筋縄ではいかんと言ってよ。
撃ち取った。
今は乱の鎮圧に注力せよ。
よし、もう少しだな。この乱を収め我らの国を揺るぎないものとする。
Yeah, the morale bar really matters. To a fault sometimes, though. I definitely feel like one critique I have of this game is that you really have to have damage. Yeah, treat this game like a hunting game. You have to be playing optimally. And that's always how it's been in Muso games. You think about it like, you know, the old PS2 games. Be like, yeah, you know, you have to make sure the strategy goes off and stuff. And it takes strategy and skill. But at the same time, the biggest deciding factor is killing things quick. So with the morale bar meaning more, if you don't kill stuff fast, it just gets unmanageable a lot of the time.
意外となんとかなるものだ
This already isn't really a style play game. I mean, you can do combos and stuff, but not to the extent of the old games. So, it's not like it's that much of a problem, but if you don't keep up on your damage, this game just gets, like, really frustrating. The thing, actually, it's more accurate to think of it like a mobile game. You know how mobile games have those timers? They have those timers where, like, you could do it with skill, but the game basically just kills you. Gives you a game over if you don't do it quick enough. That's basically what this game is. It's kind of like a mobile game in some ways. It's like, yeah, you can, you know, no damage all the bosses. They're all designed in a way where you can do that, but at the same time, you know, if you're styling on a boss... see, I think I messed up. I think I messed up. Yeah, I didn't do it right. Alright, I messed up. That's what I figured. Not to figure this out on my own, huh? I'm not sure how he died. I think it's because I didn't find the mage. I gotta go back and try it again. Okay, so where's the mage? I'm not quite sure what I did wrong there. Actually, I think it might be down here in the corner, if I remember correctly, so let's go do that first. So Lu Bu is a companion. He's the 10th companion, and you also can get his moveset, but it's going to require more grinding than I had access to. Well, not access, but time. I didn't have time. I only had 5 days. Night Owl's estimate of 80 hours to see everything, I definitely think is a pretty good estimate. But who knows if he actually did everything. No, a lot of you guys aren't content creators, but when you get big games like this, as a review key, you don't know what you missed, right? Unless you somehow get, like, everything. You don't always know. I think I did a pretty good job considering I had no guidance. Sometimes when you get keys like this, they give you like a document that will tell you like how to play the game or certain systems. That's pretty uncommon though. I think the guy is down there actually.
数は劣れど地の利はこちらにある本家のものを狙い撃て勝機はそこにあるこれでだけならまだしも天と将校まで狙われてしょうどうにかしないかなやっぱり危ないな 奴に狙いを絞れ。奴が孫権だ。討ち取って手柄を立てよう。
このようなことに。
ここで敵の襲撃だ。
討ち取って
一体どこから。
いい風。討ち取った。砦から出てきてるのか。なら俺が止めてやる。
There's the guy down here. Trying to remember where it is.
これで敵の吸収は防げそうだな。けどこの先には森があるのか。敵が隠れているとすれば
Guy is not
そこだな。
here.
今のうちに根元を立っておくか。
Nope.
こっから進軍だ。
Clearly I did something wrong.
敵は私たちを狙っているよね。でも恐れはしないわ。並みいる敵を打ち払い、皆に勇気を与える。それこそが私の選んだ生き方だから。
要所を奪い返す。皆行くぞ。進軍開始だ。五分に持ち込めたか。ここから調子を出さんとな。頼む。よっしゃ。やった。
Say no.
これでいい。おっと、敵に行くんだ。このままだと厳しい。おっと、
全然まとまりがない。糸を見せる。これは思った以上に厄介。
敵将。
ものであればいい。
制圧した。頼む。
Okay, that didn't do shit. I don't know how to save him. I'm not drawing a blank here. Basically what happens is he goes in here and it fucks with his vision. He goes in here and it fucks with his vision, and it gets him killed. I don't understand what I did wrong. Any crashes or glitches? No. I had a couple of crashes related to DLSS not working, but other than that... Oh, right here. I don't know if that did anything or not, but now I know where it is for next time. No, this game is a rare modern video game where it just works. Occasionally we still get video games that work at launch and aren't broken, and they don't have to make an apology post saying they're deeply sorry for affecting our experience. The PC port's pretty good. I was actually surprised how good it was. You really tell that this game is trying to appeal to new people. But unlike other franchises I'm a big fan of, like Tales and stuff, they did a pretty good job. It's definitely a happy medium. I definitely feel like the morale system kind of nullifies the fact that we have like dodge and parries and stuff, and the officers put up more of a fight because like it doesn't matter as much. It doesn't matter as much as you might think. You still have to kill stuff quick, or you can't succeed. It's not like they lied to people or anything, but...
厳しいか。だがムザムザとやられはしない。お前を信じていてよかった。やはり助けてくれたな。敵将。このような敵将。勝敗は陛下の常。またお相手願おう。よし。
So I don't know if this worked. Might have to do this one more time. If they did DLC for this game, I'd say this game's got plenty of content already. The main things that they could add to give the game more life would be like some kind of endgame mode. More R1s, and then of course more movesets. Would be like the easiest thing to add. I think that the production values for this game are pretty high. For a Muso game at least. It's not like it takes as much to make this as GTA 5. Or like Cyberpunk or something. It doesn't cost that much money to make this game, but... It looks nice, looks better than pretty much all the other Muso games. I definitely think they updated it enough. But it's still Muso. They haven't really gotten rid of the identity, and I think that's a good thing. A lot of times when they take these old franchises and try to get new people into them, they ruin it. It's almost always what happens, actually. That's what happened to Tales. That's exactly how Tales was. Let's dumb it down to the point where it's not even really the same thing anymore. It's nice that this is still a Muso game at heart, but they've changed things. Most things for the better. But the more I play this game, the more it's like it really hasn't changed much at all. You still need to be efficient and kill things quick.
これで放棄したものは全て下したな。危険はあったが、意外となんとかなるものだ。しかし、兄上はどちらだろうか。
I don't think I got it. He must be in the lower right-hand corner or something. Wait a minute. I have no idea how to get this. How do I save him? I'm confused. He said one of my brothers, so I guess I didn't find the right trigger. Alright, let's try one more time. Like, I killed the guy in the forest, but it didn't clear up. So I'm thinking he's either in the corner, that lower right-hand corner, or I have to go in the forest at a certain point. Maybe it's like message lagged or something. I have no idea. I'm drawing a blank here. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong.
戦場にしょ
There was an officer in the forest, but it didn't seem to make him not die.
国をまとめるのはそう簡単じゃねえけどそれで譲ってやれるほど
Alright, I'm just gonna ignore everybody and try to go down there and see exactly how I do this.
鎮圧に当たるぞ
I think it has to be before he goes in the forest. He goes in there and gets himself killed.
敵にまとまりはないけれど油断はできない
See, is there anybody down
お
here by
互い
any
の状況
chance?
を気にかけていきましょう
この地は古くより我らが住まいし場所侵略者どもの好きにはさせる進軍開始だ
No, I don't think this is the way to do
戦
it.
力を隠してるみたいだな全容が見えないってのは厄介だぜ数は劣れど地の利はこちらにある尊家の者を狙い撃て勝機はそこにある
I think I might have to reset this.
剣と将校まで狙われてるか早いとこどうにか
Maybe just ignore every officer and
さあ行
go.
くぞ
It's down at the bottom
俺
there
た
is
ち
where
は尊剣を
Yanbai
狙う
was.
見えたぜあの砦から出てきてるのかなら俺が止めてやるこっから進軍だ
敵は私たちを狙っているようねでも恐れはしないわ並みいる敵を打ち払い皆に勇気を与えるそれこそが私の選んだ生き方だから
思うように戦えんのだ鍛え方が足りなかった
That's what I'm trying to do though. He's not spawning. He's not spawning.
だがムザムザとやられはしない
I'm not sure what's the trigger to make him spawn. It's the glory of playing games early. You get stuck on shit like this, and then when the game comes out, people figure it out instantly because there's thousands more people playing than just one person. I didn't have contact with anybody who was playing this. There's some other people in my my community that got keys, but I don't think they got as far as I did. I basically no-life this the past few
ここま
days.
でかしら
Yeah, I don't understand what it is that I'm doing wrong.
これで敵の吸収は防げそうだなけどこの先には
Is he
森が
gonna
ある
spawn anytime soon or what?
敵が隠れているとすればそこだな
See, the one I put up where you save
今の
Sun
うちに
Jian,
根元を
the
断
guy
って
just
おくか
spawns right away. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. It must be,
こっから進
the
軍だ
other guy.
霧が出てきた
Yeah, let's save this works.
慎重に進むとしよ
My morale is really low right now, though. Seems like he spawns at a set time. You have time to clear out the officers.
死者が立ちはだかるまでありえんここだは妖術法か
これでしまいだ敵将
消えたか
討ち取った
君は何か今の
Hey, we'll figure it out. I figured out the other one by myself. I said in my Discord I was not going to be able to do everything. I didn't have enough time. Yeah, I fucked that up.
限界
Okay, I think I see how to do this now. Let's just restart. So I need to clear out some of the officers so that they don't die. Clear out some of the officers, and then I have a little bit of leeway before he goes in there and gets himself killed. Hello from America. A filthy American. Watching a filthy American play the game. I don't come from a cool place like Indonesia. From New Jersey. Born in New Jersey, living in California. They have Kamen Rider stuff in Indonesia, I'm jealous. We don't get cool stuff like that over here. I saw there was a big Kamen Rider cosplay thing in Malaysia, I think it was yesterday. Oh man, I wish I could go to that. I wish we had cool stuff like that here.
それこそが私の選んだ生き方だから。
Oh, did you actually go to it? That's pretty cool. We don't have stuff like that here unless it's a anime convention. Even then, there's not much Toku stuff here.
我々がしっかりと支えなければという。
よし、この次は聖壁師をここから押して打ち取った。 奴が孫権だ。討ち取って手柄を立てよう。
ここで敵の襲撃だと。一体どこから。こ
れだ。敵将を毛が輩が討ち取った。危ない。ここだ。これだ。これで敵の吸収は防げそうだ。けど、この先には森があるのか。敵が隠れているとすれば、そこだな。今のうちに手元を立っておくか。こっから進軍だ。霧が出てきた。おっと、ここは慎重に進むとしよう。ここだ。新作の支配などの経験。危ない。ここだ。仕掛けよう。死してんだお。これでいい。暴走を奪い返す。いいな。いいな。行くぞ。進軍開始だ。お、死者が立ちはだかるな。あり得ない。これは妖術の類か。撃ち取った。消えた。君は何か。今は。
Let's see if that works. Seemed like what I was supposed to do. I can't tell. Get himself killed again.
が撃ち取った。
まとまりがない仕掛けを意図が見えづらい。これは思った以上に約束いいな。これで水であればいいがこの時を見てぞ。さすがの働きだ。お前からは学ぶべきものが多いな。
弓兵構え、よく狙え。孫悟の虎どもを狩り尽くせ。俺を 見舞いしよう。おっか仕掛けよう。これでしまいだ。危ない。これでいく。力の限り。お見舞いしよう。力の限り。ここだ。集中。危ない。危ない。どうだ。集中。危ない。敵将討ち取った。敵将討ち取った。ここだ。これでいい。敵将討ち取った。
Well, like I said in those videos, there's hidden R1s, so I don't know how good those are. I don't have them yet. And sometimes people don't understand is sometimes you get games like when you're a content creator, sometimes you get them like 2 weeks in advance. So generally, for a single player game like this, if you play like, I don't know, 4 to 5 hours, you generally will see almost everything. Unless it's like an RPG, like, you know, Final Fantasy Tales, Dragon Quest. But I only had like 4 days, so I don't have everything. The problem with this game's release is 2 things. The person that does all the social media stuff is the person that also gives out the keys. Koei Tecmo Europe uses an agency, so it's completely separate. Like, there's somebody in my Discord that got a key like days before I did. I'm not jealous or anything. I understand why that happened, because the branches are always cooperating with each other. But yeah, I only got this 4 days early. Not an insane amount of time. Usually 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks is how early you get a game of this size. I mean, to roll the credits took like 25 hours, so it's pretty lengthy for a Muso. Usually you're done with like a couple story modes by that point, right? To roll the credits once, it took 25 hours. See if that worked.
これで放棄したものは全て下したな。危険はあったが意外となんとかなるものだ。しかし兄上はどちらだろうか。乱の鎮圧を報告しなくては。
知らん。お前の
白き霊長の少年であったもん。復讐、そしてすべてなあと。
Okay, so did I do it or not? I'm a little bit confused right now. Did I do it or not? Do not know. I'm getting money for doing this, so I'm not really too worried about it. There must be something else I'm missing. Yeah, this is where he dies, so I guess I didn't get it.
術にでもかかっちまったか。
And then what was the point of killing the mage?
孫作、
孫作。
どこだ。俺たちの勝ちだ。
No, I didn't do it right.
もう俺が先陣切らなくても
I don't understand what I did
大丈夫なん
wrong.
だよな。
I did that pretty clean. Why are these guys here when I killed the... Alright, well... I'm confused. What was wrong with that?
そう。
I'm not watching these cutscenes again. No, I think the other guy... The guy that was in that cutscene that I won't talk about because it's spoilers, I think you might have to go find him somewhere. That must be what it is. But yeah, I don't understand what it is that I did wrong. Oh well, got some money out of it at least.
そうそう。
Got some cash. No, I did not accomplish what I set out to do. It didn't work. He's still dead. Let me just verify here. I mean, that's the exact same cutscene as before. I've already seen. Yeah, it didn't branch off. Enemy caster, but I killed that guy instantly. What did I miss? I don't get it, man. This is like old school graphic adventures. It's like some nonsense thing. Some nonsense thing that you don't think of that's stupid. That is why it doesn't work. Any customization? No. Well, actually, I lied. He gets some armor. He gets some armor after a certain point in the story. But yeah, you can't customize John Musso. I actually think he looks cool. I've seen people say that he looks like a twink in a K-pop star. I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? Not everybody needs to be a bearded, muscular Viking. I mean, he fits right in. His design fits in with, you know, the actual characters. I don't have a problem with his design at all. I think he looks fine. I have to say his story is not very interesting. The storytelling is about as good as 7, I would say. And the in-engine cutscenes are way better than 9. 9 had just abysmal storytelling. I mean, the problem with these games is that it's just the same story every time, right? The only time they really deviated was, like, you know, the Strike Force games, and 8 had the hypotheticals and stuff. But, like, the storytelling just hasn't been good since 7, in my opinion. I used to tell people if they wanted to play these games for the story, the only one worth playing is 7. Now I can honestly say 7's still valid, because this game only goes up to Tier B. But if they continue, they make this like Final Fantasy 7 remake, where like the next game goes farther, and then the third game goes all the way to Jin. I think that would be great. But yeah, the storytelling is about as good as 7, but I don't really find his story to be particularly interesting. However, the achievements say that there is a true ending, so I'm going off the base ending. I don't know how much different the true ending is. But the cutscene production value, both in and out engine, both pre-rendered and in-engine, is way better than 9. You can tell they put a lot of resources into this game. After playing it for 30 hours, I would say this is one of the better attempts at trying to get new people into an ancient series. You know, we had this problem with like Street Fighter V and you know, the Mortal Kombat games to a degree, Tales as well. You know, like we want new people to buy the games, but then we dumb it down so much that the people that made the series popular don't like it anymore. I think that they did an incredible job balancing it out. It's just like I said, the fact that you can fight with the officers on a way more even, balanced level doesn't matter as much as they'd like you to believe. Because at the end of the day, it's just like the games dating back to PS2. You gotta kill shit quick. And the reason for that is because of the way that the morale works now, where if it's low, your army will drop like flies. If it's high, they'll kill stuff off screen, and they're actually very capable. But that basically just means that it hasn't changed. You gotta kill stuff quick. Like, yeah, you can style on the officers, and it's not as combo heavy as the old games. You can still combo, but the way the game is designed, it doesn't feel like you can really do too much of that stuff this time. But it is a very good game. I was very pleasantly surprised with it. I think the end game in this is pretty interesting. Like, if you want old school objectives back, like, you know, you gotta keep this person alive, or you need to make sure your allies don't get routed or killed or whatever, they have all that in the game. It's just in the hardest difficulty. I would say, I think putting Lu Bu in the demo was a stupid idea, because it gave people this false advertising. Because there's only like 3 bosses that are like that. Now, granted, every officer in the game is a threat now, and they are kind of like mini boss fights. But they put that at the end of the demo, and it made people think that, wow, every boss is going to be like this. It's going to be like, you know, Neo or Sekiro or something. That's not what the game is like at all. Most of the time, you're fighting generic officers with the same moveset. I think it was a stupid idea to do that. They should have put it in like a separate mode or something. You only fight Lu Bu twice, and it's not forced either time. Both of them are optional. You do get stuff for beating him, but and never once is it required. And he's like the only boss that really has that much spectacle. It's him and Zhang Jiao that have like the biggest spectacle. But then, why did you put that at the end of the demo? And it makes people think that the whole game is going to be like that. Like, if you want a whole game of that, you gotta go play Wo Long or Neo or Stranger Paradise. You're not gonna find that here. They did improve the boss fights a lot, but I feel like putting Lu Bu there is giving people a false idea of what the game is actually like. And that's kind of a shame. It's also kind of disappointing that you don't ever really have to fight him one-on-one. But yeah, it's a good game. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I gotta be up in the morning. If I wake up before my psychiatrist appointment, I'll come back and we'll play some more. There'll probably be more people in here that not ass o'clock as well. What time is it in Indonesia right now? It's 4 a.m. for me right now. I've been up till 5 a.m. for a long time. Oh, wow. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Let me get some sleep. When I wake up, we'll try to take a crack into this endgame. I got as far as I could on very short notice, but there's still a lot to do. And we'll get into it later. Good night, everyone.